Folks, we are back on the K-pop nostalgia tour, and we're taking a stop to a group that they were supposed to be the ones. That's why I said off camera, and I'm bringing it on camera to say it. And I'm talking about a group that had all the vocal talent in the world, and I'm just wondering why did they not like blow up to the realms like all the other groups. I'm talking about Spica. Okay. Spica.
How'd I fucking know? How'd I fucking? That's so crazy. I didn't even look, bro. I didn't even see you click the video because I was like looking at my phone.
Yeah.
But as soon as you said that, I was like, "Are you talking about Spica?" Oh my god, man, man.
Yes.
Like truly, you are so valid. You're so valid and correct in what you just said. Yes.
Yes. They were supposed to be the ones. Like I have this, I still have my sign album from Spica. I still have my Spica face mask, like all these things and gifts that were given. And look, Spica was supposed to be the ones. And I mean, I just think about all the talented vocal groups that were like that came after them, like that specialized in vocals and whatnot. And I'm just like, yeah, man, like Spica was supposed to be right there. And you know, like they're like within our hearts, you know, especially for the impact that they've had on the K-pop industry. But you know, today's Yap session is going to be about Spica, and we're going to be taking a look at one of the best songs, period, that they've released, which is Russian Roulette. Like, oh man, son. Like, listen, Spica got jams everywhere, right? But Russian Roulette, because I couldn't believe, like, you know, when I first heard it, I was just like, wait a minute. Like, this is how we getting down here? Like, everybody hitting them octaves? Okay, right? Like,
yeah, they were truly something special, really something special.
Yes, like the fact that this is like their debut too, like crazy, bro. It's actually crazy. So with that said, folks, Spica, it's time to jump right into them. Russian Roulette. First mini album, bro. How you come out with this bop? Kimboa, Park Sihyun, Park Nade. Oh man, Yang Jiwon, Kimbo Hyun. Oh man, the vocals.
The looks are definitely of a time. The looks are definitely of a time.
Oh yes. This is how they were dressing back in 2012. Oh man. How fiery that hair is. Bro, they came out with fire, bro. Bang, 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 bang. And our songs, yes, were 3 minutes and 30 seconds with a bridge. Yeah. Oh man, Spica. Yeah, this is what the kids would say nowadays as aura. That's what y'all say now, right? Like aura. I mean, back in the days, everyone just said swag, but now it's aura.
Super swaggy.
Now it's aura. You know. Yeah, man. Spica. They were special. You know, CJ and M, like I think it's just one of those. I don't want to say wrong era, or if they came out like nowadays. But I do feel like a lot of the K-pop groups that came out during that time, when you stack them up against what is popular now, they would fare way better than the time period that they did come out in. But then there are just certain gems and just like vocal talent as well, where I just felt like their vocal talent was like underappreciated compared to a lot of other like groups that became like super popular. You know, during that era, especially in K-pop, where we were getting still second gen to going on to the third gen, like you still had to have both, but it also like mattered with the machine and the promotion. And the extent of promotion that you can get when everybody's fighting for these top spots, right? So it's like, even if you had like the most insane like vocal talent, like the promotion machine also mattered as well. And then how much of the fandom could you secure? Because it was about to become an absolute bloodbath, you know, during this time. This is why YouTube became also so important in the grand scheme of things for like K-pop's expansion, because without it, it was just really Naver, and Naver is only within South Korea. And YouTube expansion, you know, and open up the floodgates. This is how, you know, K-pop groups could pretty much get out there to the large world, not just the Western market, but to the other markets out there in the Eastern market, of course, right? And like I said, if following in the footsteps of groups that have like highly insane vocal talent, were your Mama Moves, your Kiss and Cries, your Purfles, and so many more like girl groups and boy groups that have come after them. But I was just like, yo, Spica was like there, but you know, the promotions, that's where it just wasn't there, like for how much they could have been promoted. And I know the members like have had a lot of different solo activities that they've been doing since then, especially like Kimboa and I just said her name, Kimbo Hyun. Kimbo Hyun. I know if I remember correctly, more so Kimbo Hyun was doing a lot more like K-drama work for OSTs as well. But I know they still have their hands in the industry, so I just always, as I do for all groups, I just wish them the best in all of their, you know, current and future endeavors. Would love to see a reunion somewhere down the line, if it's not already having plans out here. So yeah, for their debut and for this song to be like, I mean, even back then it was a standout song. And as I was getting into K-pop, you know, YouTubing, I didn't even know of Spica until that year in 2013. And then getting to learn about them, and then just always just supporting them as much as possible. I was like, yeah, man, like, yo, this is a group, man. Vocal talent, but obviously 10 out of 10 for me. But I'm here just yapping. But Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, for me, I didn't like really get into Spica until their song "You Don't Love Me." Like that is my Spica song. That
You
I love.
don't. Yeah.
That's oh, that song is so good. I was like, yes, this is exactly what I want in music
That
right now.
1960 songs, man.
Yeah, I'm old
Mm-hmm.
school girly,
Also,
like for everything. I listen to everything. I listen to everything from all times, all places, like just filter it through my brain, and if it makes me feel something, it attaches itself to me. But yeah, yeah, I remember just being so hyped for that song and just like I think everyone was really hyped when that song
yes,
came out. That might be one of their bigger hits.
yes.
And just thinking about the potential and how big that group, like just the potential of how big this group could be. And I know they had a couple songs after that, and it's just yeah, you just watch it and go, oh, it's fleeting, and they're gone. I feel that way about a lot of groups at the time too. Like I think for me, um, maybe a contemporary for them would be two other groups, Sunny Hill and Nine Muses, where I'm just
Mhm.
like, this is vocal talent. This is, something fresh and different and, got a lot of punch to it. And it's just like, yeah, we all got to rally behind them just a bit more, a bit more. And yeah, I think yes, one of those things where you look back and go, there was so much competition back then. I'm
Mhm.
thinking of just like how important vocals used to be in K-pop.
Yeah.
So like something like Sistar is also like the monster that is Sistar is also happening around the same time.
Yes.
Um, and just how big Sistar became and other groups too. Just yeah. It's like it's so interesting to watch. You go back and you look at these music videos and you re-listen to these songs and like for us, we already knew the greatness that was there
Yeah.
and just the climate at the time just wasn't, fully welcoming and uplifting to them. But also thinking about just how many groups were coming out at the time who had the talent, who had um the X factor, so to speak, and
Yep.
just how crazy it used to be in the field. Like,
Yep.
I think that's also what was such a big draw for a lot of us that there were so many groups coming out, so many different looks. I mean, looks. I don't want to say looks and styles because it's look styles and like different music types.
Mhm.
Because that didn't really happen until later. I feel like when certain eras hit, everyone was all in the same era, and then
Yep.
you had your outliers who were like an era ahead of everyone, and then everyone else had to catch up to them. And then like just like moving, it was just like a moving pieces like this, but everyone who's ahead of them just wasn't receiving the same type of fanfare as the ones who are all collectively doing the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
And I say this as a fan of Girls' Generation and Kara, but like when I look at it and I know those songs didn't come out at the same time like that this song came
Mhm.
out. But when I look at Lupin and Run Devil Run and then think about also like Tiara, although like all the major groups were kind of all in their big girl, big boy pants era, and it's just like, all right, so now we have that we're the biggest groups, we're all moving and shifting in the same era. Then we have all these other groups coming, like, okay, so now we're gonna do a more mature sound, something a bit more, powerful, a bit more punch to the gut, and it's just like, okay, and then all the other groups catch up, and then they're up. So
Yeah.
that's really what it felt like.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I feel like we just watched Brown Eyed Girls, Brave New World, and I think in my like for me, they're one of the groups that are like that, that are just like we're doing something so ahead of everyone
I had that.
else,
Yep.
and now we have to wait for everyone to catch up, and when everyone catches up, though, like everyone's too busy paying attention to everyone who's now just arrived when we've been here. That's how I feel after school, like it's just groups that were just on the level above, but because people felt like they were too on the fringes from what everyone else was doing, they just weren't as popular.
Yeah.
But yeah, this song is really cool. For a debut is really great. Again, just watching videos from this time, I'm just like, oh man, what was fashion? No one knew. Nobody knew
Yeah.
what fashion was. No one knew. what fashion was. Some hits, some misses, some really good looks. Like I think Bo is the one with the red hair, right?
Yeah, the Kimbo, yeah.
Yeah, like her looks, I'm just like, oh yeah, there are a couple pieces I see in her looks, and I'm like, you could like really move them to now, and like her hair is not too different from like my hairstyle either, so it's like that. But
Yeah.
oh, I also think it's funny that in girl groups you always had to have one with like a short boyish hairstyle, and it's just like, does that really fit her? Like, and then watch them grow out of that. But yeah, for me, I think the song is cool. I'm probably at about like an 8 with it. And the
Hmm.
music video, I think for a debut, they're in a studio. It's about maybe 2 or 3 different sets.
Hmm.
You get to see everyone, so I appreciate that. So, I think with the music video, I'm at an 8 as well because it's
Hmm.
not like a lot happened, but we got to be introduced to everyone in a way that wasn't distracting.
Yeah.
So you know who's singing at what point, you can match the vocals to the face, and now we go forward and now we get bigger, crazier music videos.
Yep. 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 Oh man. Well, folks, hip hop nostalgia tour. Of course, we'll be making more stops, so definitely stay tuned because yes, we will be checking out "You Don't Love Me" from Spica in the very near future.
Yep.
So definitely stay tuned for that as well, and we'll catch you guys next time. You know, hostess.